Okay, this is Ryan with Cardinal Plumbing. We are at 457 Hamilton Avenue in Wood River, Illinois. We are doing a camera inspection on the main sewer line outside and inside the home. Currently, we are, after cabling already twice through the main line. Main line is open, it's flowing. We have found some problems. We are currently about 42 feet out. We are at the sewer tap. I would say, I think my camera's wrong. I think we're further than that. Yeah, I think that's wrong. I think we're about 70 feet out. I don't know why it's saying that. But we're at the city tap right now in the street. We're about 3 feet into the street. And I'm going to record and pull back for the homeowners to see what's going on in their taps. So, obviously, as you can see, we're going to pull back nice and slow just so that we get a full understanding of how the sewer lateral is. Everything looks pretty clear for the most part. It looks like this is a type of plastic, but the integrity of the plastic gets worse as I pull back. Right now we're about at the sidewalk in front of the house, in front of the driveway. Little separation there. This is where the piping starts to kind of get a little bit worse. So we have our first root intrusion there. You can clearly see my cable went through that. There's another small separation. You know, by the way these hubs are, it looks like these hubs are every 3 feet. If I had to guess, this is probably clay tile. I'm not sure though, I can't really tell to be honest, but I bet you it's probably clay tile now that I see this. Alrighty, yeah, this is clay tile. These are hubs. So we have a little tiny crack there on that hub. Another root intrusion. That's probably the reason why we're getting roots in the line, is because the hubs on clay tile are not glued. So back when they laid this tile, essentially, there is no glue joints on it. Sometimes they have rubber gaskets that seal it, but there really is no way to seal it, and the root system finds a source of water and starts to grow inside. So right now we're currently underneath the driveway. So this entire sewer system goes under, if you're looking at the house, the very left side of the driveway, but it's about a 1.5 foot over from the front yard. Another root intrusion there. We're going to keep pulling back. Another root intrusion there. You see there's a pretty good little separation there. So you see there's standing water, so there's a belly right here, and this can allow solids to easily get caught up on things and essentially get backed up. That's a pretty good root right there, right in front of us, top of the screen. Another small separation. Just a little bit of information, another root intrusion. So there's quite a bit of root intrusions here, and these roots will grow back. I want to express that. These roots will grow back, so this isn't something that's just going to stay like that. There's a bigger root that we're going to come up on here soon, another root intrusion. There's another little separation there. You're clearly seeing water being held. There's the big one right there. There's the big root intrusion. So you can clearly see my cable went through the left side of that, but that will get worse over time. There, yeah, there's the big one. Yeah, I knew there was one. So yeah, so my cable sits on the bottom of the drain tile, and it really can't get all of that out, so that's just going to get worse over time. There's another one right there. There's another big one right there. Here's the big one. Okay, so we have a pretty big problem right here. So this is about 2 feet outside of the home. It's about, as I was saying earlier, it's about at the city main, it's 7 foot 2 inches deep. This is, I believe, about 6 foot 2 inches deep here, but we have a big problem here. So that's definitely a broken clay tile line right there, and it's clearly holding water. So that is not good. Nothing you can really do with that except replacing it, unfortunately. So that was the other thing. You can see the separation on the top left-hand side of the, right there. If you look at it further down, you can clearly see it's separated, and this is another big drop here. All right, we're hitting a 45, and we're going to be coming back into the home. And then this is obviously all cast iron coming in. So the cast iron, you can't really tell if it's corroded on the bottom because you see that there's water kind of just sitting there. Typically, that does mean that it is starting to do that because you see the little trail. But you can clearly see how corroded and rusted this all is, and even in the end, you've got some roots going on right there too. Any excessive toilet paper, tampons, flushable wipes will easily get caught up on all this stuff. And the only downfall to it being in here in the house is that it is about 2 foot 6 inches deep, which unfortunately that's just a bummer. That's catching the floor drain in the other room. We are going underneath the door next to the furnace at this point. We're going to catch another drain. I think this is the laundry drain. Yeah, you could clearly tell that this part of the cast iron is corroded at the bottom. You can kind of just see how it's kind of like an egg shaped. It's just a lot different. We will be catching, I don't know if I passed it or not. Yeah, there's the laundry hookup. So I think with the repiping, directing the old kitchen and the laundry over to the new stack, yeah, it probably was a good idea because it's less cast iron, but I don't think it was that stack that is the problem. I think you have a mainline problem going on because that was catching that, and we only have about 8 to 10 more feet worth of cast iron before I exit this sewer lateral. You can see it's holding water at the bottom still, which I haven't ran drains for a good 20 minutes now. And then all this debris right here. So that was the other thing. So as we're about to come up, this 90, that's when it goes into the ground and goes from a vertical to a horizontal. This 90, I believe, is corroding, which is the reason why you're getting all this rust accumulation down here. So we're going to pull it up. You can see the water right there. See the rust particles there. So you can't really get a good feel for it, but I barely got my camera in there, to be honest, so I think that 90 is just corroding. And this is the stack. That will end the video recording.